Definitely knowing your customer. I mean, that's super important. Like sometimes you get those people that just throw the keys at you and they say, call me when it's ready. Like they don't want to quote, they don't want to be bothered. They just want to pick it up when it's done and they don't care when it happens. And then there's the other people that drop off and they call you in 30 minutes and say, what's wrong with it? And it's just an ongoing, they're just constantly bugging you and asking you about the car. So as an advisor, it is one of the hardest jobs in the automotive world, hands down. It's just, there's a lot to do. I used to compare it to waiting tables. When I was a kid, I worked at a Red Lobster all through high school. And eventually I became a bartender and I worked there. But, when someone asks for like a cup of ice, that's not hard to do. It's very easy. Just go get it, put some ice. But the fact that you forgot to do it 8 times is a problem. And that's what advising is. So they want a bunch of little things done. And sure, they're easy to do, but it's hard to manage all of them together sometimes. So the biggest tool I feel like we have for a service advisor is how to manage all your cars. So one, we're looking at all the vehicles on the job board, but we could isolate it just down to our name. Now kind of pushing away all the noise and static and then focusing on the 2 cars that we really need to work on. That's a huge tool. The other tool is in your shop dashboard. So with a job like advising, service writing, you've got to be like one hell of a multitasker because you're handling, up to 30 cars at one time possibly, and each car could have 2 or 3 customers that are contacting you. You got all the technicians that are involved with it. It's just a lot of parts. It's a bunch of stuff to take care of. So we have a tool called the shop dashboard. And I think this is probably the best tool for an advisor that I've ever seen. And I'm going to switch shops to show you.
Right.
So this is my webinar shop that I use. No one messes with this, so everything is like perfect where I want it. So shop dashboard, imagine I'm the advisor. It's Monday morning. I went through Saturday and Sunday, and I had some drinks on Saturday. And I had brain erase, like mind erase come Monday morning. Mm-hmm. So the hardest thing is try to figure out what am I supposed to be doing? Like, sure, you got to check customers in, but what was left over from last week? And this is the tool that an advisor would use. I would totally use this because I have 11 open repair orders. Mm-hmm. I've got pending sales, which is $1,800, which these are things that I've built but haven't gotten approved. I've been shut down $1,800, but I got about 5 Gs approved. Mm-hmm. So if I looked at this graph down below, here, this is what I would pay attention to because, where are my pain points here? Well, I've got 2 cars that are pending authorization. That means I've sent them to the customer, but they haven't said yes or no. I want to call them, make sure that I get this work moving. I also got a car that I built an estimate for, but haven't sent them to the customer. So just at a glance, if I came in behind someone even, I know exactly what needs to get done. I need to finish this estimate and send it to the customer. I need to contact these 2 and see if they're confused about what we're trying to get done for them. This is a pretty important one too. I need to order a part for a repair order, and I need to call a vendor and see where the part's at. So this kind of gives it takes the brain work out of it. You don't have to sit there and look at all your repair orders and try to think, what do I need to do next? That's the biggest and hardest thing for an advisor. I have 2 repair orders in the pending authorization section. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you can drill a little deeper into this. So here's 2. If I click into it, now here's your pending authorization report. So here's the 2 repair orders that I need to dig into. So if I can jump into this one. And it looks like we're trying to sell some brakes, and that's it. And on the job board, you have more indicators. So the statuses in the estimate column are automatic. So if you see one that says requires authorization, it means we built an estimate but haven't sent it to the customer. Mm-hmm. If it says pending authorization, it means that we sent it to the customer. And in fact, you have a paper airplane because we sent it, but they haven't looked at it. So if Frank Stallone looks at it, well, then it's going to change into an eyeball. So now that we know, all right, well, at least he's looked at it. So now I can jump into one of those repair orders and, call this guy and try to walk him through why it's important to do his brakes. So this is like, I know he's looked at it. So what's the holdup? Maybe, I don't know, maybe scraping some change together, who knows? But if I got to give him a discount, I can. If I, whatever I got to do to help this guy out, get this damn car out of the shop. The goal is all these we want right here.